What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
What it do? What it do, man? What's happening?
Back on deck.
It's been a minute, man.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, bro.
Oh man,
How y'all feeling?
Great.
Great.
Feeling
I'm
good.
feeling good.
Okay.
Besides my pains.
Besides what?
Besides my pains.
Yeah,
My
P.
bad.
He still got the pain.
Still got pain.
Disc in the back.
Still
Neck and
got
shit.
pain, but at least you got a plan to work on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. So
Thank you.
we got to get into what y'all been on since we've been gone, man. Let's start off with G. How was your Father's Day? What you been up to? What's been going on in your world, brother?
Man, you know what? I think this is like the best Father's Day. Cause like you said, like this is a first time for it's gonna be a long
Facts.
time. You know what I'm saying? I got both of my kids, my lady, Father's Day. That like this is the first time I got.
And it's gonna be the only one that's
It's gonna
your
be the only
first.
first.
So that's amazing.
Like you
Dope.
said, so that Father's Day was dope for me, man. I got stuff I didn't even think I was gonna get. Got great gifts. Like shout out to Babe for that.
Your gifts were very impressive.
Yeah, man. And then my kids made it special. They was there with me.
Man.
That's what's
I
up.
ain't want nothing else. Like I'm good. That's all that mattered.
Super dope.
What about yours, Bob?
My Father's Day was good. You know what I mean? I start getting my son's 6 now,
Mhm.
but I feel like people ain't feel like I was a dad. So this the first year where people was really like hit me up like, oh man, I wish I would have hit you this morning. It was like, they're trying to give me some extra love.
Yeah.
Probably because I be posting both of them now. So
Yeah.
what I mean?
Acknowledgement.
It was
on
good
10.
though. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. We need that.
Oh yeah, and before she goes next, we got a special guest in the building with us today. Miss K is in here. You know. What
Thank
I'm
you,
saying?
thank you,
So we definitely happy to have her.
thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome to the BFA podcast. This is Carrie's sister. So she's going to be giving us a woman's perspective on things.
Absolutely.
And, you know what I'm saying? Letting us know what's on her mind.
She is on business. Like I said, ain't that right, Kay? Yep. Absolutely.
No hesitation.
Ain't no smile, no nothing. Like she on her A game. Like, yeah, they didn't think I was ready for this shit. Okay. All right.
So how has your last week or couple of weeks been?
My last week's been great. My Father's Day, I was actually in Florida, but I still reached out to my dad and asked him, what he would have liked, and we dropped those items off to him.
Dope.
I don't have any children, so I didn't have a baby father or anything to cater to or do anything for anything of that nature. But overall, being in Florida and hanging out during that time, it was extremely a time to remember. I was there with obviously my sister Perry and everybody else. It was a real cool time, and to be able to celebrate and be there with Brittany while she catered and took her husband on a Florida trip. I think that was really dope.
That was super
Yeah, that
dope.
was dope, man.
Yeah. I was happy to
Shout
see.
Shout out to Brittany, man.
Yeah, shout out to Brittany.
Shout out to Britt. I was real happy to see the women in my brother's lives step up in such a big way this Father's Day. They was handing out cash, doing trips, doing all type of shit. So we're gonna get them. Up here with us, BFA brothers. Salute to y'all. Last but not least, P.
Pleasure Peen.
How has your last couple of weeks been as well as your Father's Day since niggas was taking big boss trips and
Right.
resorts and shit?
Florida was real fun. The alligators out there, I didn't know they was that serious, but the alligators is serious out there.
So they be like walking around?
Walking around in the water, making this weird ass noise. Like you got to look on YouTube, like to hear the noise. Like if it's a lot of them,
yeah,
the noise is irritating.
Like
So I'm
a
out there
hissing
trying to
sound?
smoke my blunt, and they like
They were everywhere.
or something like
I
that.
never knew
type
they
shit.
even
Like,
made no noise.
it's a stupid ass noise, bro. Irritating. It sounded like you had to be like 100 of them out there.
It put you in the mindset of like a loud ass cricket, like a more aggressive cricket type of noise. But it happened every night. We were there from about 6 p.m. all the way until like probably the middle of the
so
night.
they only do it in the evening?
Yeah, like you could tell that's probably when they hunt the most.
Oh, okay.
So they be making these noises, but it was a million of them though.
So like y'all just went to like y'all asked people what that noise was because y'all heard it so much, or they just told y'all?
Gators.
Well, yeah, that and we looked it up on YouTube. Like, damn, like what is that? Because we seen the alligator sign and we seen the turtle sign, and Kay and King, they seen a turtle and a
Actual
alligator,
alligator, yeah.
and they ran back to the
Yeah, I most
condo.
definitely ran.
I remember my Florida trip. I used to make my little brother these lizards. I was like, get it. He was acting scared. So yeah, I remember that.
It ain't nothing to get. You might get bit.
Yeah.
Nah, they little though. He was scared. Though.
And what was it? Cottonmouth snakes?
Yeah,
They got
cottonmouth
cottonmouth snakes
snakes
out
out
there, and they
there.
venomous.
Mhm.
Just acting.
How did it feel to be able to take your kids to, is it Disney World or Disneyland?
Disney World.
That's like a huge goal that a lot of parents set to be able to do. And for you to be able to do that for multiple children, I thought that for you and your wife, that was super duper dope. So
Hell
Right.
yeah.
how did that feel as a dad to like knock that goal off your list?
And seeing them smiles and ask for everything, it felt great.
That's super
It was
dope.
expensive,
Dang.
but it was great.
Nigga, I didn't go to Disney World
Yeah.
till I was 18, nigga.
I think my auntie probably took me. I had to probably be like 10 or 11 because by June I had to be,
No,
Like
you're
a
older than
baby.
that.
so probably what, like 12, 13?
You 7 years. No, you probably like 14.
No,
She was what? With Amrod then, right?
no,
Oh no, before that.
yeah,
Damn, 14
Yeah.
years. It might have been.
yeah.
Yeah, you might have been.
So yeah, so I had to
12,
be like
13.
10. So yeah,
Oh, then 10.
and I remember it was super dope. So then
Dang, did we go twice then?
A lot of walking,
A lot
Earlier?
of-
we went to like
Greg. I was
retreat
pushing a
with
double
famous
stroller.
people, but it was something
And
similar.
it's
But I
hot.
don't think it was
Was
that.
y'all out there at midday or y'all waited till like?
Morning time, midday, nighttime.
It don't matter. In
I know
Florida,
y'all
it's
was
gonna be hot.
fatigued.
And
That
wet.
sun had y'all tired.
Definitely need
And that was actually my first time going, and I'm 29, so it was really something to take in.
Yeah, that's dope. That's super dope. And you had the privilege of watching your nieces and nephews,
Right,
go for
absolutely.
the first time. Yep,
Mhm.
that's super dope. I love family trips,
Mhm.
couple trips. Like that should be lit.
Right.
Ain't nothing better-
if you go with the right people.
That's
Right.
a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
Like,
nothing
that's
better
the
than
key.
going with
if you got the right
couples,
treats.
like with at least like three, like it's like 2-3 homeboys and
Yeah.
that girl.
Man,
That's
lit.
the most fun
Shout
you
out to
gonna
Puerto
have,
Rico
man.
coming in November.
Oh, and let me say
Yeah.
something else about Florida. Y'all gotta have medical cards to go out there. So I actually
Oh, yeah.
ran into somebody that has some great weed,
Yeah.
and it made the trip more fun. I
Dope.
got to get
Most
high.
definitely.
Yeah, that's what's
She's
up.
gonna have a rough one without it.
I was like, man, I kept going to Walgreens buying blacks. I'm like, man, I'm getting tired of these blacks.
Right.
Somebody got to know somebody.
So let's get into these quick hits for the day. We're gonna start off with Derek Chauvin getting 22 and a half years.
We appreciate it. Ain't enough.
It's not really
I agree.
celebratory thing because I feel like he should have got life, but unfortunately the statutes with those certain laws, I think the max was only 40 some years, right?
Right.
Yeah, so
That's what he should have got done.
and he's how old? 40s or 50s?
I think he in his late 40s.
40s. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's still
done for it.
he's still gonna have life left though. Like I don't want him to have no
Yeah, you're
life.
right.
Like,
At
the
all.
same way you was bold and took that life, like you need to go sit down and have
Right.
your ass just sitting.
It should have at least been 29.9 years.
Yeah, like
29.
I feel like they should have
seconds.
minimum gave him a 30 ball.
30.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you leave here, like you shouldn't be able to just walk standing up.
Wait, no, I mean 9 minutes
Well,
and
you wanna see some
29
hunch on
seconds.
him?
My bad.
Right.
Yeah, I want that hump that the white grandmas and shit be
Yeah.
having.
Yeah.
At the
He
grocery
deserve that.
store leaning forward. I want him to walk out.
Hunch
What's
back in
crazy is
Notre
that
Dame.
we gotta be okay, not okay with it, but we never seen nothing like that really
Yeah.
happen. You know what I mean? Like
Ever.
publicized at least. Like that's enough time for us to be like, all right, we getting the ball rolling
Right.
for the next, you know what I mean?
Like we seen them kill us with shooting hundreds of times, but
Right.
to
And then
physically just take the air out of a person, like
Right.
with
Right.
no remorse, like you just
Nah.
sitting there with a straight ass face.
the
Lying
whole
after the
thing
fact.
televised,
That shit was crazy.
Just looking at the camera and shit.
Right.
telling the witness to back. Like,
In my opinion, I feel like anybody that commits any type of murder, I don't think they should even have to go to jail. I think that they should immediately be killed.
Mm.
That's just
Indeed.
my opinion. I mean, we sit and we say, okay, you know, you got 22 years. You might we talk too much about them being able to get out and still have some life.
Right.
I feel like I don't want you to have no motherfucking life no more, even at this point.
An eye for an
Just
eye.
off of the fact that you can still get your 3 hots in the couch. You can still some way, somehow
Yep.
talk to your kids every day on the
Yep.
phone. You can still get these visits.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Maybe
You need to
escape.
be in the same position you left somebody else in. I don't care for jail time. I
Yeah.
care for you to be in the same predicament you left that person in.
Agreed.
That's heavy.
Agreed.
I want to know his exact age though, because
He ain't gonna make it.
he need to be the fuck.
He ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. Do you think he
Yeah.
gonna be in PC the whole time?
Most definitely. Even once he gets out.
He 45 years old,
He
March
don't have a
19th,
choice.
1976.
Okay.
They're gonna have to
Appreciate you
protect
looking
that
that
man.
up.
Most
He gonna have the
definitely.
most peaceful 20-some years that anybody ever could go through in there. He gonna have to.
Yeah,
They're
because
not
if
gonna
he
keep
go
him
out
alive.
to general population, it's over.
Even for a day or
Yeah.
two.
It's a wrap.
I don't think that he would make it, but at least he got some time. It was better than what they gave the bitch Amber Geiger. She
Right.
only got 10. And she
Right.
walked in the nigga crib that was
Right.
chilling and killed
Right.
him. So
Or even if we going off of the Breonna Taylor case where,
Right.
you know, wasn't no time served and that woman was asleep, that was extremely ridiculous. And that's why I think I have such a strong passion with feeling like if that's something that you can do, take somebody's life, you don't deserve to be here unless it was accidental.
right,
Because I don't know if you guys remember about the case a couple years back where the father accidentally shot his 4-year-old daughter because he thought she was a burglar.
Mm.
So I mean, he still went to jail. I mean, she passed away, and he's still serving time now. In that case, I still feel like he was wrong, of course, but I have a little bit more sympathy because it wasn't intentional.
accident. Yeah,
And of course,
okay.
you got to think about his mindset, living in jail every day, knowing you killed your own child accidentally.
Yeah.
So that was, I just
That's
feel like
enough
it's different circumstances.
Having to live with that thought is kind of like being dead
That's-
because
yeah.
Right.
you're never gonna be happy at
Exactly.
no point, no matter like what goals
Mhm.
that you knock out, knowing that you did that to your own child. is
He
gonna
in
fuck
2
you up.
prisons.
Exactly.
He in prison as
Yep,
far as
and
mentally, and
mentally
he
in
in prison
prison, yep.
physically. That's something that he can't bounce back from.
That's a fact. Okay. For the next quick hit, Carmelo Anthony and Lala Anthony.
I'm sad about that one, man. That hurt.
Man, Carmelo.
I ain't know he was wilding out like that, having
He
that many
been
babies
wilding
and
out.
stuff.
He been
It's not
wilding out
wild.
for a
It's
long
years.
A
time.
little daughter,
He been mellow.
twins. He been over that, I guess, huh?
That's
don't
like
think-
the second one,
It's
right?
not him been over. It's
Second time
she
publicly
getting
The
over it.
been-
second publicly.
Yeah.
Second one publicly been.
Yeah.
And she feel like she can't take no more. I
She
don't blame her.
she out.
Lala
though.
got options because she a bad bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She is, but you
saying?
know,
Yeah, she's
Lala
extremely
like
beautiful.
68.
Who cares?
Right.
She ain't no
You
damn
can tell-
'Cause
68.
she got the money to keep looking 30 something. So shit.
The thing about it is, she shouldn't have never trusted a nigga who can't shoot a free throw. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
That's just plain and simple. I mean, in my opinion, as a woman, I feel like that's my deal breaker. If a person cheats on me, it's that we can't come back from that.
One time it's over.
One time it's over, and
Damn.
I'm living proof of that. And I've left a 7-year relationship because I started to be cheated on, and that's something that I don't regret. I just honestly feel like at that point, I'm not the one for you anymore because you've been able to, put your eyes on somebody else. Now, I do know men that have made those mistakes and, let it be that one time and have bounced back from it. So when I say my opinion, it's not to, down anybody else and their personal
right.
situations or anything of that nature. I just feel like as
For
a
you.
woman, I wouldn't be able to be with you the same way. Let me say that. I would have to wonder when you go into the store, is you going to a chick house? At this point now, I'm in a prison trying to still love you when we already had genuine love before you made this decision. So that's why I just really feel like with Lala, she should have left him, the first time he got the baby on her. Once she decided to stay, I feel like if you're going to stay, in my opinion, I feel like stay and shut the fuck up. That's kind of how I feel. Don't stay and you badgering the nigga and you did, you still cheat. That's just how I feel. So now that he then did it again, now it's all of this,
Like a shame on
media,
her.
and all of this. But I'm just kind of like, this is the same nigga that did the same thing already.
Okay, so what type of cheating are you basing you leaving off of? Are you talking about if you go through a nigga phone and see him texting?
No. I'm
talking
talking
about
about sex.
physical
Yeah, I'm
sex?
talking about
Okay.
physical. I can bounce back from if I'm
Any-
going through your phone.
Any form of sex or
Any form of sex,
Okay.
oral, whether it's you having regular sex. I just feel like once you got there,
yeah.
you got to go stay with her. And like I said, this is just my opinion.
Do you feel like there's any situation where it could be tolerated, like some type of serious mistake or something, or you feel like the sex is bottom line. Like I'm stopping there. Any type of whatever. You could be drunk, high, don't matter. You're just out. Or you feel like sometimes it could be excused.
I don't feel like it's excusable
Just at all.
because I feel like everybody know what they doing. I feel like, whether you was drunk or high or whatever, even with drunk or high, they say a sober mouth don't tell no tales.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you drunk, something inside of you still wanted to do that, even as sober you, is how I feel. So now I gotta wonder every time you have a drink if you want to cheat.
Yeah.
You ain't that cute. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a vote. Do y'all think she's gonna fully go through with it, or do you think she just calling this bluff, trying to scare him straight? I think she gonna go through with
It's
it.
been years though.
Yeah.
Like, it gotta be
So
now.
You said it's over.
she mentally already checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
She
she
already-
already
They
she
was living
She doing sex scenes and shit.
She
now.
didn't start
I think
doing
she's
the
gonna go
sex
through
scenes
it.
and showing titties and
Mhm.
ass on TV
Yeah.
until after he did that.
I think it's gonna be some hot Stella get her groove back type shit. I think she done with
So
it.
we all think it's over.
I'm gonna help her get a group
All
out.
right.
And if y'all know that she's
You
really
gonna help
close friends with Kim Kardashian, who is also divorcing
So they
Kanye
trying
West
to
right now.
have a
So I
hot
think
girl
that
summer.
friend going through it too kind of give her that gist in a way to kind of like,
At least
have a
by
bit
the
of
fall.
more strength than what she had before.
They gonna have a party.
Yeah,
Mhm.
A crazy party too.
If they didn't have one yet.
I can dig it.
Why do women celebrate breakups so hard?
They love to celebrate breakups.
They really do.
It's like, were you really ever happy then? Because
And they friends
They
so
let her
happy.
celebrate everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
But
but
It's
I be,
breakup, though.
I be celebrating like a motherfucker too, though.
Yeah.
But,
Like-
I do.
but your boys don't join in how women all join in. Women that all
We
of a sudden, y'all
always
kick
be
it.
fucked up because every time I leave something, he be starting something. When he leaves something, I
Yeah.
be starting something. So we can't really get it
Yeah.
in and
Mhm.
party right because you still want to be cool and you don't want to take your boy off of his,
Yeah,
you know
his
what I'm saying,
game.
path. Like,
Yeah.
come out with me, bro. Let's do this and that. Living as a single nigga when he got something solid going on. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm out
I
here,
respect
and when
them.
you out here solo, you just be feeling weak as a bitch. Like, I'm
Hey,
finna just
God
get somebody
knew.
else.
God knew. Not to let us be single at the same time.
Yeah, it probably would have been
Shaq and Kobe.
a Milwaukee Hazard.
It would have been.
if
No,
all
it just
three
would have
of
been.
us-
Just think about it.
Hey, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Past that.
I think it kind of all depends on how the relationship ended, because speaking for myself, I celebrated most definitely once I went a whole year after my 7-year relationship. And it was off of, how it branched off and how it ended. I had to find a lot of strength to get past it. So I
Yeah.
think once you able to look back and not be where you were, whether it's mentally or emotionally, I think that is cause for celebration. And of course, us as women, we're more emotional than what you men are. So, y'all probably been left somebody and be like, okay, I ain't been with the bitch for a year, but I ain't really tripping on it.
We
Versus
calling
a
them
woman,
women.
we tend to have to pick ourselves up more after a breakup, should I say.
I salute you because I never, ever, ever thought I would have saw that. But
Yeah.
salute.
Thank you.
But this is the thing, though. Damn, what else I was gonna say? It just went off. It just went away.
Do the
Fuck.
dip.
No, it ain't the dip. It was something about. I forgot. Fuck it.
All right. The next quick hit, it was an article that we all came across, but I think Perry he presented it to us first about cocaine residue being found inside of some
Baby bottles.
baby bottles. And I believe both of the parents got charged, but Perry, he got more details with that story.
Yeah, so basically, mom and dad was getting high off of cocaine. They left the residue on the living room table, and the kids somehow got it on the bottles, and they put the bottles in their mouth, ingested the cocaine. The parents are in jail right now, so
That's not
That's
even the way you're supposed to do cocaine, like
Right.
in your
No.
fucking mouth
yeah.
for a
Yeah.
baby.
How they get caught?
I don't even know. I think they called the police. It said in the article.
Because they
It-
probably
Oh, they
had
was
to take the
tweaking.
kids
Yeah.
to the hospital.
It
And they
It probably
ran
was a
tests.
formula mix up. Like I thought this was formula
Oh,
on the table,
yeah.
and they
Right.
scooped it on.
That's
in
why
there.
you shouldn't have it in the house.
Damn,
You should have it and know it.
you shouldn't be
Right,
doing
I'm-
it.
of course.
period. Damn. So, did they say the age of the child?
No, they didn't say the age.
But it had to be a baby.
I mean,
because
it's
it
a-
was
yeah,
a bottom, so
under.
it could be
Maybe
2 or under.
6 to
Right.
9 months type shit.
I was
That's
telling
Two
my
you
brother
just
on the
said
way
that.
here when he was talking to me about this
Maybe
topic.
that two was getting the bottle.
The white ones.
Yeah, and they was white.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was telling Perry on the way here when he was talking to me about this topic. I told him, I said, that's something that I take very seriously because Perry know that from ages 21 to 26, I actually sold cocaine for a very long time, and I was very good at it. So I actually had a guy come to me and tell me, he asked me to stop serving his mom. He told me whatever his mom shot with me with, he would pay me that weekly to stop serving his mama. And at that point, like I tell everybody in my family, that was a breaking point for me to stop doing it as a whole, because it was a look in his eyes when he was begging me like to just please stop.
Yeah.
So when you hear these type of things now, when it's getting found in baby bottles and things of that nature, that's a very, 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 very strong drug. So for you to be careless with it, I mean, if you are doing that and you some way, somehow to mix it up with formula, I feel like you deserve to be exactly where you at. And that's just from personally being somebody that dealt with it and served it and things of that nature. I've really watched my most normal looking customers over the years turn into the worst looking people. And when you look back on that, you realize that I had a lot to do with that. So I took that specific topic very personally.
So I found the article. It was a 4-month-old who died from cocaine ingestion.
Damn.
Parents
baby
arrested.
died.
4 months old. Newberry County, South Carolina.
Wow. R.I.P. to
It's
that.
unfortunate.
To that baby that didn't
Wow.
even get a chance to live or nothing, man. People
It's tough.
make ignorant ass choices.
Yeah.
It is
Did
a
y'all
choice.
see the guy here that jumped off the bridge after he got into the car accident?
Yes, I seen that.
Oh yeah, my sis was telling me about that.
That was
They
wild.
saved him.
Oh, they ended up saving him.
Yeah.
Mhm, they end up
barely.
saving them.
But I seen him jump. So did they just save him once he fell?
Once he jumped over it, the same people, the ambulance people that was there for the car incident already, one of them had ran over there to already grab his arm. But since he was so, his jump was so strong, a lot of his weight obviously went all on her. So the 3 other medics came to help her pull him up.
Mm.
So, I mean, like I told Perry on the way here, if it wasn't for that one medic, he would not have made it at all.
The way the accident happened looked so crazy. Like it wasn't no car that got in his way. Like he just
Right.
hit a pole hard as hell.
Yeah.
So he smacked somebody.
No, he smacked the pole.
Smacked the pole.
He got out and was like, I'm tired of taking fucking losses. Like
Mhm.
just mad, yelling at himself. And he was like, that bridge looked good as hell. And
It's
he
like
just
when you
went.
throw the controller when you're losing the 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
broke
can't
a
control
couple.
yourself.
I think it highlighted mental awareness. Like you never know what somebody else going through, because I mean, car accidents
Mental
happen
health
all
is
the
super
time.
serious.
It's
Yeah.
extremely important. I feel like that's why we shouldn't judge, other people, because we never know what somebody else's storm is.
It's almost like he had a form of survivor's remorse. Like you just dodged death and you like, fuck that. I'm finna
Right.
die. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
no, that was like your chance to get your shit right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a car. But
It's just a car.
Once
Once
you-
people don't be thinking about it
once
like
you
that.
jump off that bridge, ain't no comeback.
They be thinking about how much the insurance about to charge them.
Thinking about all
About
types
the
of
wrong
They
shit.
thing.
get to think about Ubers and shit.
Yeah, it's just
My
a car.
insurance going
Minus the
up.
5 and
Yeah.
Nah,
You don't need all that. It's just a car. Walk
Yeah.
away. Walk away. You got that one.
it's not that deep.
You did it once. You could do it twice.
Well, I'm glad to hear that he was saved.
Able to be saved.
I'm glad that those
That's dope.
people was there to help him out, but that brother got to get some
Some
mental health work. Go see a psychiatrist
Professional.
or something. Get that shit off of him. The next hot take: the Bucks and the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, man.
Bucks and 5.
Bucks and five. Bucks and
The
five.
city feeling like Ray Allen back. This is
Man.
like just
Bucks
real
and
Milwaukee
five.
right now.
Yeah.
Real Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like
Fear the deer.
they restored the feeling to the city?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you know it's been a dark cloud over us, not just sports wise, but just in general with the stories and the violence and all of the bullshit.
It's
It
about
still
time.
is, but it's a little.
Man,
Ray
when they
and
be
Son.
when they be showing the downtown area of Milwaukee, like I just
It'd
be
be
like,
so lit.
I can't believe.
but then they show Atlanta's, you be like,
Right.
damn, they got lights, buildings, skyscrapers.
but they hood is right around the corner, the
Exactly.
same way as ours.
But our downtown don't look like that. Ain't no
Right.
lights, ain't no big nice bridge with the, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't none of that.
They trying to get it together.
They showed
Yeah.
that shit down there, man.
The
That shit
Bucks
was old buildings.
When this ring is gonna be a whole lot of new shit.
Old buildings and shit. We had one tall building. I'm like, oh, okay.
So
I
is
ain't gonna lie,
everybody-
I'm a Kevin Durant fan. I was salty that the Bucks made it.
So,
Damn.
P-
nappy.
I'm a
BDD.
huge Kevin Durant fan.
Whatever team Kevin Durant on, my sis on.
I'm a huge Kevin Durant fan. So I was against the Bucks, you know.
So you against the Buck?
I was against the Bucks when he was
They go
going
to
against.
the door.
No, when they was going against the Nets, I was rooting for a KD team. But now, you know, they did beat their team, so I've been rooting for them since then.
Okay.
So for about 2 days.
Okay.
What
One day, no, I'm just playing.
you gonna say, brother?
Okay. So what is y'all predictions?
Bucks and 5.
Bucks and 5.
Bucks and 5.
Bucks
yeah.
and 6.
I'm going with Cuz Bucks and 6.
I think Lil Trey got another game in
It's
him.
not
Like
about him. The Bucks are gonna give him one because
Nah.
they just want to watch.
For the money.
Giannis is
Yeah.
unstoppable.
The city need games. Like we
Well,
need some more games.
Oh, it's another round after this.
Nah, but they're gonna.
Well,
That's
fuck
gonna
it, it
be
might
pushed.
be
That's the
game
finals.
7 then.
We got to get to the
That's gonna be
finals.
pushed too.
That's when they gonna fight the
So
hardest.
what y'all think will happen in the finals?
I think it's gonna be
Your unbiased opinion.
the Milwaukee versus AZ thing all over again.
All over again. Yeah.
Bucks and the Suns.
We should take a weekend BFA trip to AZ.
Bucks and the Suns.
That'd be fire.
It's not gonna cost that much. My mama and them down there, like
That's fire.
we could figure that shit out.
Yeah. AZ, man.
That would be cool. Just for like 2 days. Go
I
check
wish
out
we
a
had
game
one in
and
the
tell
city
them.
though.
Yeah.
Championship game in the city.
We will if we get to the finals.
It's gonna be bananas.
If we get to the finals, they
Yeah.
gotta come to Milwaukee.
Right.
Right.
But we don't know.
It's gonna be in July. It's gonna be in July.
How do they
But
choose?
we
though?
don't know how it's gonna last game.
The Bucks
gonna be,
had the Phoenix had the better record, so after the first 2 games, they come here Milwaukee 2 games.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
yeah.
then we go back and forth until whoever wins.
Yeah.
So it's safe
Like,
to
but I'm
say
saying like we win it here though.
Yeah.
Like at the parade.
Y'all can do the
right
parade.
here.
Y'all can do the
the
parade.
city would go crazy.
I'm going to the parade.
You know how many?
I think I'm gonna take my babies to the parade.
I'm going to the parade.
It's gonna be
'Cause-
gun smoke everywhere. It's gonna be beautiful.
Mine is Bucks and 5 or 7. It might go to 7.
In the finals?
It's a 7. Yeah, it's
I say
gonna have-
6.
It's gonna have to go to 6
Bucks
or
and
7 though.
6.
It's
Bucks
not
and
gonna be
6.
no sweep one way.
Against Phoenix, Bucks and 6. Because we're gonna beat the Hawks in 5. So that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna be watching, keeping my eye out.
Go Bucks, go.
Yeah. Okay, so this topic, and I'm so glad my cousin is here to my right. I stumbled upon this topic yesterday. Me and the fellas, we all was at my aunt's little puppy's birthday party, Lexi. Happy
Shout out,
birthday,
Lexi.
Happy
Lexi.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Lexi.
birthday.
And,
Hey, Lex.
and fellas came to my crib afterwards, and we were just talking how we always do. And we stumbled upon this topic of foot fetishes. Now, Greg has been the only man that I know of in my lifetime that has like a legit foot fetish.
For sure.
For
sure.
example,
For sure.
I'll just be minding my business, living my life, and I'll get a picture of some social media feet. Like, these the ones, bro. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about person feet, bro. Like, I'm not into that. Like,
It's a mental illness.
but he be so adamant and
He's the
serious
one.
about these
That
feet.
shit matters.
It
So
absolutely
then-
matters.
It's matters.
Yesterday, my point was to make him feel crazy about it.
Mhm.
So I'm like, P, this nigga Greg be on this feet shit, and nigga P like, yeah, me too. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the Matrix and shit. Like,
This shit, it matters.
Listen, I done been with these niggas
That shit-
more
that
than
shit
half
matter.
of their whole life, and this shit is just
That shit fucking
bizarre to me.
Beyond me.
Like, they was telling me, I said, would you take a dime in the face, no ass, no body, with beautiful feet, or will you take a 6 in the face, thick, flawless body with jacked up feet? And they both was like, I'm taking, oh, and I said the one that's thick and funny looking got a bag. Perry was like, give me the dime piece with the pretty feet. And Greg was like, I need that bag.
I got my own money first, so fuck her back. Can you be sexy to me? That's what matters.
So feet,
That's what I need.
So feet can only be sexy. Like, a woman can be sexy and have ugly
You
feet.
They
ever seen
can.
Boomerang?
They can.
They have
They
socks
can.
on
And
and
you see
shit.
how he looked when he seen me. He was like, "Oh my god, she had fucked up feet."
Do you feel like you seeing that as a child kind
That was boomerang, right?
of stayed in your mind, like gave you that standard?
No, I'm gonna tell you the story when I really knew
The sheets and shit.
I was a fan of like legs and calves and feet. All right. I had this Spanish teacher. She was light skinned, she was tall, she was
I had a substitute teacher that was Spanish. Shout out to Miss Mio. You remember her, P?
man.
You substitute for Miss Jackson.
And we loved her
Where's she
though. Like we used to go, like she
Hey,
was
you
our
were
Miss
literally
Trinidad
Coco.
in the 7th grade. And she would like hang her shoe off her foot and with her legs.
I remember
crossed.
when they used to do
she
that.
would twirl it, and I'd be
Twirl
like,
it.
Little teacher
That's
bitch.
I was like, damn.
That's heavy.
That's sexy as fuck. And I'm in the 7th grade going crazy. All of us like, oh, she got the thigh out. Like how Martin said, that shit was true. So that's where my foot fetish started. Like I felt like a woman has to be like this. She was sexy. She came in, had her hair down, nice little work outfit on, and then it's just sexy. Feet are sexy. You don't want no woman with no big ass feet talking about, oh babe, I was standing on my feet all day and they just hurt. Can you rub them? I'm gonna be like,
12 on it.
No.
the fuck is this? Like, okay, well, I got a massage gun. We can use that. I'm not touching those.
Okay, so I'm asking past tense, no disrespect to either one of you's current situations.
that.
Would pretty feet stop you from beating something back in the day?
I'm beaten.
Oh,
Nothing
no,
will
no.
stop me from that. You
Keep-
have to have,
keep
you
your
have to have
socks
an
on.
STD.
Keep your
You don't
socks
have
on.
to have one of the big Jones to stop me.
Yeah, I was with Greg. Keep your socks
Keep your
on.
socks on. Yeah.
I do not. All right, so my
And-
girl
and you
now,
not- Marcus. And you're not spending the night to
my
take you. to
girl
get your
now
socks
definitely
on.
got the same size shoes as me.
on too.
Keep your boots
Yo,
You
on.
can
girl.
tell if a
She
motherfucker
wear
got
like
ugly
a
feet through her
teen.
We
shoes.
can't
like
go
a-
Yeah,
the
if they
fuck
like
at the
all
same
crunched
time.
up and shit.
Hold on.
You can
What
tell.
happened?
We can't have two conversations going.
Oh,
He was stating, go ahead.
My girl now wear like a 10.
In men's.
No, in women.
Okay.
That's still big. That's the biggest feet I've ever had. It's like 10 and a half. I think it might be like 10 and a half.
Do you play with them?
10. It might be 10.
Like
I
you
think
massage
it's
them
10.
and shit?
Does big matter
Yeah.
even though they pretty? Like it's just a
I don't
long
want no
ass
No,
foot.
Sierra
a
ass
big
feet,
foot can't
but-
be pretty though.
Big foot can be pretty.
No.
I mean, I don't want
it
no,
can.
like shout out to Sierra. I love her and shit, but I don't want no big ass feet like
That's
that.
like saying
bitch.
I just-
a muscular girl.
It's like
Like she dancing
You
and her
come home
feet just
from work.
long as fuck and shit. What the
she
fuck?
laid out on the bed,
looking
right?
like boats.
But all you see is her feet hanging off the bed. You like,
Yeah.
them some big ass feet.
So
Yeah,
you
like-
know how your girl got to run outside and be like, "Babe, let me slide on your slippers," and they be flopping out. So if she feel the motherfuckers out, it's a turn.
My
on.
girl-
No,
Yeah.
that, nah.
Like why we got the same
Shit.
size feet?
That's how it is
That's
for
not
me.
cool.
But
At
I
least-
don't, I don't
At
mind.
least
I
a
do
couple
overall
shoe
rating.
sizes smaller than mine.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
You gotta do for me. I do overall rating. So if you still fine, you got that ass on you.
Yeah,
The
And
feet,
if he
I don't,
still-
I don't need the feet no more.
yeah.
But if you
See,
ain't fine enough,
Have you ever had a
might need
girl
some
with a size
calves.
13?
That's a dude.
That's a man.
That's a dude.
I done been with some Amazons. I done been with females with ugly feet. That's the least of my worries.
Yeah.
As long as your shit ain't blistering and corns and just like I got to get on your ass whenever you try to wear sandals. If it's not to that level, I can care less. I'm not fucking your feet. I'm fucking you. But then I asked this gentleman something else about his feet experience. I said,
Let's take it
so you
deeper.
do how they do on the pornos and they oil up the feet and shit and touch on your shit? And he said, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, the feet fucking?
Yeah.
Like they oiled up real nice. She just slide her feet on. You just be like, damn.
And you get aroused.
I
by
never
that.
had that.
That's sexy to me. If you can point your feet and do all that and they nice painted and
Even though they
Me-
resemble midget nubs and can just
it's
No,
all
they don't
about
look like
how-
that.
It's all about
They
seduction,
pretty.
bro.
For who?
Seduction for me.
I
I like
like
to be
okay.
seduced.
Okay,
I like the
yeah.
You know how
uh
ballets they feet point and
Yeah.
they pole dance.
ballerinas
they feet
have the
point.
worst feet in the world.
They do, but
Yeah,
I'm
they'll do
saying
that.
how it's seductive, how they
The
move.
posturing,
Exactly, all of that.
Okay.
I can dig it.
I like
I got
the
a
foot
pole
rub.
right
I don't.
now. I
I don't
can't
too
wait
much
to-
mind that though.
That shit matters, bro.
It do matter because it's one of the things I factor in, but it's not a deal breaker by any means.
So you taking ass over feet?
Every single time.
Why they can't just have all of that?
No, they can.
You know
but
we
I
the
don't-
same
That's
bloodline. We taking that ass over the feet.
That's ass over
They can
everything.
have it all.
honestly.
Yeah.
I done had some sixes with that ass, and I'd be like,
I'll
what you
take a
want for
6. I will take the lowest I go
for the life.
For the wifey, okay. You gotta be a 5 with some ass.
5, but that's damn near 6 when they got the ass. It boosts them up a little bit.
Yeah. But I ain't really picky like that as far as looks, because like I tell people all the time, how all this shit is lined up on the wall. If I did that with all women, you would think I was a serial killer because they all gonna look different.
Yeah.
Then when they do the white toes with it too,
that's all.
And they get the tiptoeing across your motherfucking floor and shit. Like you got the towel in here.
I think that's an all men thing. We don't care about like the purple and the ombres and like we just like the white toes.
I don't give a fuck. Neat.
French tips.
As long as they neat, they ain't chipping. Brown
Yeah,
toenails, get the
Boosie
fuck
say
out.
that, I was like, yeah.
All that shit.
Brown toenails.
Women got brown toenails, nigga.
Oh, you're not talking about the paint. You're talking about
The toenail.
Mm.
I want to see you walking
That's them
around
dead
here.
ones.
I think she'd be having too much sodium.
I don't know. It's- she-
Too much sodium.
she eating her berries.
Yeah. pH ain't right. Too much sodium.
Something off.
So,
Like brown toenail, that's a turn
It
off.
reminded me of my grandpa. When
Like you gotta have nice, neat cuticles, nice feet, soft feet, and when we land in the bed, you rubbing them on my leg and telling me about your day.
So as long as you can rub that soft foot, but when you go to reach for ass, you slapping back spine.
I
It's
mean,
cool.
all petite women look good naked anyway,
That's not true.
unless you anorexic.
That's not true.
Just think about Coley Ray.
Cause
Yeah.
she might. That's big.
Like I'm saying, like she ain't got it, but when she naked, you like, where you get that from? Like how you make? He called me big purr. Like that
Hey.
motherfucker be like,
I like that.
Hey, don't try
Fucked
to
you up.
hey,
Fucked you
don't
up.
try to expose our
Fucked you
personal
up.
conversations
Fucked
on
you
the
up.
fucking pod.
fucked you up,
You know when I think about that little skinny weak.
fucked you up, man. That motherfucker.
Ah, fuck. Yeah.
And she got pretty feet.
If I was single.
I never dealt with a guy who had a foot fetish, but I have had a guy pour champagne all on my feet and lick it off.
That's a foot fetish.
No, he just basically said he wanted to be able to make me come without actually us having sex.
Mm.
And
I'm
that
sure
was
that
one of
didn't
the
work,
ways that
Did that
he
work?
wanted to do it.
Did it work?
Absolutely.
That did it for you.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
crazy.
So champagne on
Champagne.
your toes.
it-
What kind?
Cold
of champagne? It got to be the
champagne.
dry champagne.
Cold champagne.
Just
It got
gotta
to
be cold.
can't come with the warm champagne. It was cold and it was, of course it was the way he poured it. It was woo. Next time.
Interesting.
That's real.
Hey, baby, Google pouring cold champagne. Google pouring cold champagne. on-
Moet.
Sir.
Sir.
Give me that
Give me
Moet.
that, Rose.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
For real.
Yes.
Cold champagne.
Yes.
So what's
So
the
he was
main
just like-
topic?
Pouring
Yes.
it like it was honey.
Like it was honey. And before he let the bottle get all the way empty, he stopped and he was sucking and licking. Like basically it took a good 30 minutes for the bottle to even be all the way done.
Mm.
It was
So the bed was just wet.
no, I was sitting on the edge of the bed and I had like my feet out. It
What
was
was
it
it?
was something nice.
The champagne was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
See, I
Nobody
can't
worry
do
about
it. It's
that.
something about
Yeah.
messy that I do not like. Like when girls be like, I got the whipped cream. I'm like, who gonna clean that up?
Me.
not
I'm cleaning it up.
You did
It
that.
ain't supposed to
doing
get
that.
messy.
Let
I
me-
mean,
Every little bit.
I'd be more excited about the food you gonna make me after.
After.
sex.
Oh my
I don't give a
That's-
fuck
that's-
about including shit.
I love all of the
What's
above.
up with that ribeye? That should be fucking marinating while I'm in here clapping your cheeks. I don't give a fuck about bringing
It's supposed to be
shit.
doing what?
Marinating. I don't care. I don't gotta bring nothing in here. I got the food for you. Summer
Okay,
sausage.
okay.
Come get it. That's all.
All right.
What
That's a fact.
what am I eating after this?
But
From
I like
you.
to.
I'm
I'll
a before and
listen,
after type
Before we
of
get
nigga.
off the foot thing, I will say that they can't be stank little feet, pretty feet though. It's a lot of
Oh, yeah, they can
little
never
feet
stink.
that be in them little flats and shit, in leather and all motherfucking day sweating, and you talking about they hurt and go get your little funky little ass in the shower.
What about them ones that be changing colors, like the bottom of the feet? They be
Huh?
black and shit. Y'all ever seen that?
Oh,
No, we
that's
talking
a
about women.
dirty
We ain't
foot.
talking about.
Oh, you talking about the dirty? You
That's
talking
a
about
dusty foot.
Shout
Like
out to
Boosie
the
said.
Dusty Foot.
Dusty feet, please don't bother me.
Dusty.
So Greg, since it seemed like out of all the guys here, you seem to be the one with the foot fetish. I know Perry has one as well, but I ain't gonna ask him. Outside of your current situation, have you ever ran into a situation where with your foot fetish, somebody's feet was either ugly or was stinking and you was kind of like, let me go get in the car and go?
Yep. I had a chick, and her feet wasn't It wasn't.
They wasn't feeding. They wasn't
But she
feeding right.
had ass though.
Okay.
But I was young.
So what you do? You
My motherfucker hit it every now and then. He didn't split it.
But
just
you
be like,
can wipe
"Damn,
it,
man, I
right?
hated it.
I didn't know it was. I knew it wasn't gonna work because it was just like I just couldn't get past the feet thing. I knew I was mentally checking out because it was just turning me off because she would say her feet hurt a lot. She kicked the motherfuckers off. I'd be like it's just a foot just sitting on my lap.
What you
no
do,
polish.
What do you do if the sex is lit and her feet weak, but
Right,
she
good
overly
question.
aggressive? Like, suck this motherfucker. Just set
See,
it right on
there's
your
nothing I
shoulder.
can do about that. But if I'm gonna be seductive,
gonna be in your
Are you
mouth?
gonna suck
I'm gonna
it?
bite it.
Suck what?
If she say suck these toes aggressively,
Bite that
do like I just did.
I'ma
you.
think
What
it's
you
a
gonna
red.
do?
I'm not sucking no feet. I don't want to suck.
What you gonna do?
I ain't
I'ma bite
gonna
it.
suck 'em.
Tell me the way out of it.
Huh?
Bro,
Yeah, how you get out of that?
Greg,
You ever like just think
Bite
about
it.
being hung over a banister and you gotta get the fuck up off me like that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I'm doing.
But what if you
I'm
love her?
turning shit, huh?
What
I'm
if you love
biting
her?
it.
I
So
don't
you
think
still gonna put it up in your mouth?
can't-
Like if you she
love ain't gonna
forcing
get me
it,
there.
Okay.
I'm biting it, bitch.
if I'm shallow a little bit.
That's
So
crazy.
my girl now, she has everything that I want, as far as like pedicure toes, manicure hands, all of that
Shout out to her.
for sure. And then she got the small feet with it, so that matters.
Mhm.
Girls before they had big feet, pretty feet.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Wide feet, flat feet, but
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all that shit matters to me. I hate flat feet too, though.
I ain't trying to put my Brody on blast here, but my sister told me how you got that fetish.
Shit real.
I
You
think,
doing that thing?
it's,
Shit real.
You be doing that thing.
I was at the nail shop with Brittany, and she called Perry on the phone and said, "What color should I get my toes?" And I asked her, I said, "Why you calling him and ask him?" "Oh, he loves sucking on my toes."
P, let him go, bro.
That shit,
That shit
that's
drive
a
him
turn.
crazy.
We done deep dove into feet too goddamn long.
Drive him crazy.
It's time to get to the main
That should have
topic.
been the main topic.
The main topic is bitter baby mamas.
Something wrong with my
That's how we feel. You know what I'm
Something wrong with my body.
saying? Listen, we are going to be discussing this topic based on personal experiences.
Personal.
Yeah.
We will not be
Personal.
using anybody's names or bashing anyone. Whatever is about to be said is a fact.
Experience.
And
No
if you
bad.
know, you know.
Ain't no bash and no name dropping. And y'all be trying to put 2 and 2 together and shit.
You
Every
wrong.
time women try to put 2 and 2 together, they get 64.
Don't even know what the fuck they be
Don't
talking
know what
No,
about.
a real woman gonna get 4.
You gonna get 4?
A real woman gonna get 4. I don't know where 16 came from.
Man, listen.
It's not like it's a lot of them running around though.
A lot of what?
The real ones.
I can't speak on that.
I can't.
Now we're gonna give 2 different sides of the spectrum because fortunately Perry as well as Greg, they are blessed enough to not had to deal with any type of severe extreme baby mama issues such as me and my cousin have had to.
In the
you say?
past,
What'd you say,
in the
B?
past, I used to go through it, but everything.
Elaborate.
We're
straight
talking
up.
about situations though.
Oh yeah, like
Respectfully elaborate.
running out of town without telling me, like living out of town, and I'm like, where's my daughter? Like I called for weeks and weeks. I'm like, okay, this shit not making no sense now. Where is she? So then they finally tell me. Then sooner than later, she'll finally come back to Milwaukee and stuff. But that was like when she was younger, like
Yeah.
almost 1 year old and stuff. So I can honestly say 12 years. It's been cool.
That was dope. That's super, super dope.
That's what's up, bro.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because we're gonna start off with love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's starting off, he's showing love
Yeah.
and respect.
Mhm.
So Greg, you know what
Huh.
I'm saying?
Let's hear it.
I mean, shit, it's all right. It's all right. Motherfuckers got their days, but at the end of the day,
Co-parenting.
we know how to make sure that my son is good. So I have no worries. She's a great mom. She do what she got to do. We good with Grayson. Ain't no extra shit. So.
Salute,
Salute.
Marcus.
Me, on the other hand, I have not been as fortunate as these 2 gentlemen that just spoke before me.
And I so hate it.
They have witnessed everything that I've had to go through with my oldest daughter's mom. The bashing on social media, that I could do, the different negative things I could say, I choose not to do it because at the end of the day, that's not helping the situation at all. I'm not one of those people that like to put their drama out on social media and stuff like that. But I am beyond an excellent father, and any woman that was privileged to have a child by me should want me to exercise the rights of my fatherhood at mine as well as their convenience for the sake of the child. And I have not been
I
granted
vouch
that.
for you, bro. I'm being a great
real.
father.
Oh,
For
the
real.
streets know. That's what I'm known for. And truth be told, in Milwaukee, I'm gonna go out and say it. Like I don't give a fuck what none of you niggas or bitches really think. But I was one of the main people to make being a dad cool. Like, way back 11 years ago. Like really having your kid and being a hands-on dad. Like before me, like a lot of niggas, you wouldn't even know they had kids.
Yeah,
You
they
would
won't
never
post
see
them.
pictures of them or nothing. Like I'm a big part of starting that
Oh,
wave
shout out to
up in the
myself too.
city. You know what I'm saying? Like I really did that shit.
Those
But
nurturing programs. Carmen
it's
Ray.
just it's unfortunate when you have turmoil in a relationship and the child comes from that relationship and you have to deal with the backlash of the issues you had in the relationship versus having any issues because of your parenting or lack thereof. And it's just been an unfortunate situation. There are civil moments, but the things I have to go through to get those civil moments and proper correspondence and cooperation, I shouldn't have to go through those things. But no matter what obstacles that are set forth, who can hear me?
They said they can't hear
The
you.
streets.
Streets can't hear you.
The streets can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. But no matter what obstacles are set forth, as far as that, is never going to discourage me from being a father. That's why, like, the older generation of men that say, "Oh, your mama ain't let me used to do this and that," like, you was just a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just was a man that didn't stand on no principle.
Right.
Because there's no female that's going to stop a real father from taking care of their child. You want to move, I'm moving too.
Right.
I can go in that school the same way that you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to be in your child's life, you can force your way into that. Like, so I don't be trying to hear that shit.
And go to
At
jail
all.
about it.
Yeah.
Like, why you got a stopping point?
You got to stand for something. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's times where, like, my oldest daughter, mom, she had me willing to, like, I was ready to throw my life away over shit that she did in regards to my child, but I was smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, now that my daughter is getting older, she just turned 11 last week. Happy birthday, Morgan.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
belated
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Morgan.
Hey,
So it's just super duper frustrating and challenging. But the older she gets, the more she's going to see. You know what I'm saying? But I always make sure when I have her, I'm letting her know this is the correspondence I had with your mom trying to reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I show her, like, this is the times I tried to call you. This is your phone. I'm coming in your phone to show you where she blocked my number from your phone. You know what I'm saying? And she's to that age, and she always be like, I know daddy, because she know the type of dad I am. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but of course, she don't never want to talk down on her mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it don't do shit but hurt the child, because
Right,
it leave her
absolutely.
confused and fucked up
Mhm.
up in the middle. Like, damn, every time I'm with my dad, it's nothing but good shit. But my mama don't be letting me fuck with him
Right.
like that based on
Mhm.
nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
It's
it's
fucked up.
unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? There's just something that I've grown to realize that I'm just gonna have to deal with. I got 7 more years. Well, really, once a kid is like 15, you too much don't got to deal with the other parent and shit. But the experience with my youngest daughter's mom has been
Outstanding.
nothing short of a dream. Like, I took my time,
That's what's up.
hand selected and rated and made sure that was the type of person that would let me be the father that I am, regardless of if we had broke up, you know what I'm saying, or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've been with plenty stand-up women that had the right to be a bitter, bogus ass BM, and they was letting horrible fathers get chance after chance.
Mhm.
Like, are you serious? Like, he didn't call my son for a whole year, but he called and said that he wanted him, so I'm gonna let him.
Mhm.
And that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
not stopping that shit.
That's their
So,
job.
the ones that's bitter and mad and don't want you to be in your child's life, I think it's something deeper. It's an issue within themselves.
It's all to me. It's always saltiness. Like I feel like a mom's in a baby daddy, baby mama situation. As the child's mom, your job is to mother. You don't step into the other side and tell me how to parent, tell me how to father. If it don't add up to the day you agree with, then I can't get the baby for 2-3 weeks, 2-3 months. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of times, at least in this city, I see it a lot, where the woman is overstepping her boundaries and trying to make you the parent that they want you to be, which really be rooted and make you the man that they, want
they
you to
wish
be
you would have been for them.
And that's what it always is. It's like I only want to do the dad shit, and I want to dad the way that I dad. You don't get to tell me what days I can dad or
Exactly.
the times I can. You know what I mean?
Right.
My shit is based on me.
Exactly.
I had enough examples of good and bad growing up to where I got this.
Right.
Like, you know, I
Right.
don't need your help or your punishments for like you. I'm blocking you for a week.
Right.
What's that do for the child?
Right.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
Like-
Nothing at all but piss off the child and make them confused.
And shout out to that movie Fatherhood, Kevin
Oh,
Hart.
it was very
I didn't
good.
finish
I didn't watch it
gotta-
yet, man. I'm
Outstanding
planning on watching
performance.
it.
It's dope.
Very
Two
good.
gonna make me
thumbs
cry?
up.
I cried 4 times.
I'm gonna cry.
For sure.
I gotta
You gonna
finish
cry?
it.
What's y'all signs?
Ain't
Y'all
nothing,
mind me
ain't
asking.
nothing wrong with real niggas
Capricorn.
crying.
Capricorn.
Scorpio,
Scorpio.
Cancer.
Yeah, you gonna
Oh
cry.
yeah,
then.
Team
I'm a
Cancer,
Scorpio and I
July
cry.
5th. Woo, woo.
If I can shed a little bit of light on the situation, like I did tell y'all, I don't have any children, but shout outs to both my sisters, Brittany and Queen. They both are wonderful mothers. They both are married. If I want to shadow off of anything, I would say I agree with everything you guys have said. If I was in a situation, I would feel like I would want to co-parent the best for my child. Even if we did emotionally break up and have a bad breakup, the interest of the child is what's important. And kind of like what Marcus said with his daughter being 11, she's at the age at this point where she knows who's doing wrong and who's doing right.
Yep.
And what people don't understand is you think it's cute to, kind of be this bitter baby mama, but the child eventually gets, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then they tend to figure out who the problem was.
Yep.
And I think that women they forget about how they're making their child feel because they're so strung out on making the dad feel away.
Yes.
When more than anything, the dad done moved on with his life and don't care about you, but you're hurting your child at this point.
And in
That's what
reality,
really
it's
hurt
going to hurt the
Exactly.
mothers more in the long run once the child get older.
That child gonna feel away. It's been times where I done busted my baby mama house. Like, it just been too long. Like it ain't a cop or your mama or there ain't gonna be so many people that's gonna be able to stop me. Y'all gonna have to look me in my eyes and say the shit and be able to do something about it. I'm about to go in my son's room and spend some time with him. If you ain't gonna let him out the house,
What else can I
right.
fucking do?
Yeah, it's been time. I go to a school. It was a minute where it was some months where I'll go to a school and just spend the day up there.
Yeah.
And she'll do stuff like tell them we going through court to get a restraining order so that I'm not allowed to come back to the school.
And that's so sick. I never got especially the moms that didn't have a dad growing up.
Right.
Like, why are you trying to do the same thing that
Perpetuate the
hurt
cycle.
you and got you to this point?
Yes.
Like, you don't want to break this chain. Like, it's sick. Like, if me and you, if I haven't touched you in over a decade, we shouldn't have no quarrels
right.
at all.
Right.
I'm a great father. I'm never about to do anything to my child to put them in harm or any of that. Why would you have an issue with that at all?
Right. Even a present father. If you didn't even have a present father,
Right.
who are you to tell a kid they can't at least? You might not agree with the way I parent. You know what I mean? I might do things you don't like, but
Then you got to watch out for the stepdads. They be crazy.
Yeah.
Putting their hands on your
like-
kids and shit.
Right.
Like
That'll
me,
make me go crazy.
me, me and you as a mom, if we're not on good terms, how do you expect me to trust your judgment
Right.
with this nigga around my daughter without me even being on good terms with you?
Right.
You hate
Right.
me so much. I don't know what type of sick
Exactly.
shit that you
You
would
might
let
be on
go
the
on.
same
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? Now I'm not saying that for mine, but I'm just
Right.
saying, like in general, that's like a thought process, because there's some baby mothers out there that literally hate their
got you,
child
Bird.
just because
Might look like the dad.
it looks like the dad,
Yeah.
reminds you
Yeah.
of the dad. So whatever goes on with that child, I don't give a fuck. If somebody touch them, nah, they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just hurtful, deep rooted sick shit because you pressed over a nigga or the fact that shit didn't work out.
Right.
And that's fucked up.
On some
Yeah.
Steve Wilkos shit.
And that's why the key word is bitter, because that's exactly what they
Yeah.
are. And it's for them to work on themselves. It's just unfortunate. I feel like a lot of men, you know, they willing to get in bed with anybody.
Mhm.
And anybody you lay down with, I don't care how tight the condom on, it's a possibility that can be your baby mama.
Facts.
So when you sit around and you think it's cute, or you got all these bodies on you, or you fucking this chick, that chick, you doing all of that, and then now she calling you saying she pregnant, you probably don't even like her no more.
Yep.
So now y'all trying to co-parent and she childish. But you ain't know she was childish. You used to be trying to fuck her.
And you didn't even like her after the nut, really.
You didn't even like her when you was finna nut.
You know why? Because she had ugly feet.
Every time I think the elevator,
They go right back down.
Remind you.
he hit the elevator all the way to
Oh,
the basement.
But with my girl, I don't know a lot because my daughter is not my biological daughter,
Mhm.
and it's stuff that her dad do that I don't all the way agree with.
Mhm.
But I don't allow my girl to go into baby mama mode still.
Yeah.
'Cause if
I be on that same shit.
Yeah.
Like I had like real deal smoke
Mhm.
with this nigga, and like when she be like, well, he did this and I don't feel like I should let them go. Let them
Right.
kids go.
ain't got nothing to do with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Nothing to do with
just like they ass is gonna see that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now if he pull up at the house with some that's different. But if he just want to see his kids,
And that happened,
I'll never be the one to stop that.
and I handled that. And after I handled it that one time, it didn't happen again. It's like, bro, like don't come over here with that bitch shit. Like
Yeah.
whatever type of nigga you might have thought that I was or heard that I was, like I'm totally different
Yeah.
from that. So like
Right.
you stay in your space. I understand your children are here, but that's why as a man you should be able to talk to the other man.
Always.
Like you're a weird lame fuck nigga if you don't want to meet the nigga that's in your kid's house
Right.
with them every fucking day.
Mhm.
Shout
I could
out to
be
my
a
daughter,
weirdo,
stepfather James.
weirdo ass
Mhm.
nigga. Like
My pops and my step pops, like they shoot pool together. Like they
Yeah.
As
my
they
pops,
should,
my
'cause
pops
that's
used to
some
come
grown
by,
man
pick me
shit.
up, and they just shoot pool together upstairs. Or when they out, my dad would come up here and visit, and he'll see my step pops out. They kick
Now
it.
it's I feel like the older generations understood
Kick
that
it.
it take a village to raise a
Exactly.
child.
It does, and that's
Now it's
where
smoke.
we fell at. That's
and
that's
now
where we
niggas
falling
be
at.
thinking this beef just because
Yeah.
I happen to be the next nigga that
Right.
the woman you had kids with
You knocking
is
that
dealing
shit.
with.
That's the
Right.
problem.
You fucked up.
You knocking what he was knocking, and he know how good it is, and that's why he mad.
You salty,
Hey,
brother.
Absolutely.
listen,
You get
You
your
mad
head
at
knocked off.
yourself.
I tell niggas you don't qualify to be my op. Like I don't
Yeah,
take you that
exactly.
serious.
Right.
Like,
It got to be mutual.
You got to
Yeah.
pay to beef with me.
yeah,
You ain't
like,
got enough money to do that.
like that shit
I
is
was a
too
stepdad
light.
for 3 years. Shit. So
Shout outs to the stepdads as well. Happy Father's
For
Day,
sure, for
y'all,
sure.
as well.
I was a stepdad for 4 years, and that shit is a serious task. You know what I'm saying?
for real.
And it's fucked up how things end. You know what I'm saying? Like the relationship can end and be so toxic to the point where you can't maintain the relationship with that
And
child.
it's different being a stepdad to a little girl. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like the boys, you can like, come on, let's play the game. Let's go outside. Let's do this.
Right,
But a
yeah.
little girl, you like,
Yeah.
like,
And with a girl, you got to tend to kind of play the fence because
Exactly.
of sexual abuse and all of that. You
Exactly.
can't really
You
be
gotta
like, let's, you know,
too
let me put you in
much
the
over
tub.
there
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to be like,
Yeah.
And when her dad around, it was cool. She didn't make it awkward, but
Yeah.
she was happy to see me when he was there, and I was just be like,
Yeah.
like, okay, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Like, but her and my niece was real cool at one point, so that's what I
That's
did to
dope.
balance it out.
And the way it is now, like the kids really fuck with their dad, and that works in my favor. So he don't have to feel awkward like I'm
14?
like I'm trying to step into his role and
real,
do anything. Like I got my own kids, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Right.
I'm just here as a bonus dad to
Right.
help out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm never trying to make
Step on your toes.
another man kid call me daddy or none
Right.
of that
Exactly.
weird shit. Like,
Because you
How
know
you
how
feel
to feel
about
if it
that?
was vice
As
versa.
far as what?
Stepkids calling you dad.
If they do it on
Nah,
their
if
own,
they
it's
choose
cool.
to up on their own after a significant amount of time, then fine. But like if it's like the first year and they like, dad, I'm like I would tell the parent, like, I'm not comfortable
With your child.
How do you
Bro,
all feel
you know
about
what I'm saying?
stepdads disciplining your children and vice versa?
I'm not going for that.
Yeah.
I never
I am an
Just
active
I never
father.
had to
I'm not in
to
prison.
discipline them, but I definitely like I took stuff away.
You're talking about physical though, right?
Right, physical.
I ain't hitting no
Whooping.
kid.
Like I'll take some
Like,
shit, I'll
Mhm.
put you
I
on
wouldn't put
They
punishment.
my
wrote me
hand on
letters
nobody
like,
else's child.
Greg, I'm sorry, I made you mad. Like
Mhm.
they did stuff like they mama made them do stuff like that. Like she
Okay.
whooped them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, like the daughter, she didn't call me dad, she called me stepdad. Like she was as soon as I come to the door, stepdad, like
Okay.
it'd be that. So, but I didn't discipline them at all. Like I just take stuff from them. Like, no, y'all can't go outside today.
Right.
Y'all didn't do that.
Right.
They wasn't gonna go because that's what I said.
Right.
Right.
They didn't disrespect me or nothing. Like
That's
it was
what's up.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
throughout
don't-
my
I don't
years,
agree.
I've never put my hands on anybody's child.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
like
in
I'm
that.
not doing that.
This
My
the
size and my
physical is not
voice
for you.
alone scare a kid. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
That's
I don't
all
need
it
to do
takes,
nothing
really.
else.
Yeah.
And that goes back to that's why the dad should act like they got some fucking sense.
Right.
And get to know the other male, so I could text you and say, "Hey, bro, your daughter
Exactly.
over here wilding out. She's saying this and this and that to me. So you think you can holler at her next time you get her?
Yeah.
But if you
Or some
such a
player
hop
shit.
ass nigga and you just
I
see
can't even
me-
tell you that.
see me as an enemy, I can't even say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now
I
I
know
just
that
gotta
shit gotta
keep
be
telling your
irritating.
BM to
Relate
whoop
that.
her ass, even though you coming to her as a dad probably would have helped more.
Right.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I
it's
discipline.
fucked
I discipline my baby, but she ain't no. I ain't never put no hands on her. I feel weird about her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
super
Hitting,
weird.
like that's somebody else's kid. That's weird.
They don't even really take all that.
Yeah, because
Right.
you got to
Don't
think
take all that.
like, what if
Kids
another
got
nigga was doing
Xboxes
that?
and-
Like, I'm
Right.
trying to kill you.
Exactly.
Don't know. But shit, nigga, then my stepdad whooped my ass. I got three whoopings in one day.
You
From
was
him,
a boy though, and the
My
time
mama
was different.
and my dad pulled up. Like it was like,
Right.
damn.
Right.
Yeah.
Teachers
And that was
never
like
used to.
real love. Like
Mhm.
they overdo it now.
And he
He
cried.
was-
He
They
got,
take their
he got
anger
teary
and
eyed every time he
frustration
whooped
out.
me. He never wanted to do it, but my mama said I needed it. I guess you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a man, a force, like because it wasn't gonna be the
Was
same.
your dad
way.
around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. But I was living there, and I was gonna
I
respect
don't
my
agree
mama.
with that though.
Yeah, I
Call
think if
me,
your dad is
like,
around,
call
you
me,
gotta
like,
call
don't
him.
put
But like
Yeah,
you
I
said,
did it,
your
though.
hands on
that
my
was a
child.
different era. Like,
Yeah,
like it was
like
out of
for
love.
life.
But these niggas that's in our age group and younger
Yeah.
are fucking weirdos.
Like
You know what
killing
I'm saying?
Right.
kids, all
they
types
But
of
that's
shit.
why him and my dad was
Yeah,
close.
they had a
enough.
relationship, two real niggas.
So that makes sense.
That's
you know what I'm
close.
saying?
Mhm.
Like that's
It's like a-
different.
Yeah.
Shout out to Damon and Big Greg.
It's like your uncle whooping you then. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta respect my uncle whooping
Right.
my ass.
Like I was around men, so
Yeah.
I definitely understood. It wasn't no,
That's
man, he hit me, man. Like I wasn't going to my dad and telling him because I mean,
Y'all
I was
remember the weak
justified
link?
for it.
No.
You know.
The weak link, Terrence now. Y'all remember that shit?
You do.
Who was Terrence then, bro?
Terrence is America's stepdad, but they used to always talk about the weak link.
Oh,
Greg's stepdad, and I think it was like one of their other cousins.
I think
It's like-
maturity-
Oh, they had a little gang or something, or it was a clique or something.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
weak
know
link.
it, but I know they
They called
cousins.
themselves the weak link.
I think it was
Perry
something like
don't
that, but I just remember the
I
weak
don't
link.
know.
Yeah.
Stunner. If you watching this, Stunner, what was that like click you Terrence and them had? Like what was that?
The weak link or something.
Mhm.
Weak as hell.
Yeah, we got to do as a community. We got to do better with that, man. Like, you know, what I mean, we not involved enough in our kids and other people's kids' lives. Like the adults don't adult like they used to.
No, because they was
Right.
young. They were young adults, so now they making
Yeah.
up for what they missed out on. So they don't care
Yeah.
about.
These kids now, they have no fear of like other grown-ups. Like they
Exactly.
just fear like they mama and
They
daddy.
grown
That's
too.
And barely.
grandmas ain't grandmas. The grandmas are younger now. They're like, I know ain't my kids. I raised mine.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like you ain't catching grandma like you used to. Like we was
Grandma's
with
just
great grandma
38.
fam.
Yeah.
I was with Big Mama a lot. Like you can't do that now. Like so
Right.
that's why they just don't care. Like all these after school programs that we can have these kids in and doing stuff like that.
The bottom line though, like you bitter ass women, like y'all need to just realize that if you have an active good father that's really trying to instill morals and values into his child, let him. I don't care.
Because no matter what you do, you're not going to stop them.
Right.
Nah.
Mhm.
I don't care if I fucked your mama. That don't have nothing to do with you letting me raise my
Parent, yeah.
child. Like say
Damn,
fuck,
Mama. It don't
fuck
matter.
me, be mad. Like there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to raise my child.
Right. It don't got nothing to do. They be
You don't
trying to
care
mix.
what
They be
the
trying to mix the breakup and the
Yeah.
relationship that they got with you
Yeah.
in with the.
Saying stupid ass shit like, why would I let you deal with my child? You weren't even loyal to me. Like, bitch, shut up.
Right.
You didn't come out of my balls. I don't give a damn about you.
That's my nut. Like that's
Yeah.
my baby.
Yeah. They don't be knowing
Rufus,
where
your
it's
daddy
at.
should be worried about you, not me.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You
Rufus
gotta
King?
understand that it's not. When I broke up with you, I just broke up with you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
broke up with
No
you
matter what I got going on
specifically.
after that, I'm still gonna be
I
the
still want
father
to be
to
the
my
child's
kid.
father.
No matter what.
There's nothing you can do.
So you better start respecting me because they gonna have to respect me too. So you better might as well get in line.
And let me tell y'all else something, idiots. We working as a union and a partnership. I'm going to help you accomplish things more, and you're going to help me accomplish things more if we work together
Oh my
with
god.
our child.
Oh my
So
god.
that goes to compromise. If you got to go into work or go hustle and catch a quick ass bag,
Mhm.
and we need to be on good terms where you could just drop her off.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to be a petty, bitter ass baby mama
Come on now.
and don't never want to let me get her, so Marcus, I need her to go catch his money. It's 5 G's on the line. 5 G's that batch. I don't care
Man.
because you not you listen. You ain't no player, and you're not doing shit the way that you should be.
All right.
When you realize I'm not your enemy and that we technically are family, at least for 18 years,
18
you
years.
get with the program and you gonna benefit way more. And that's just the truth.
Man.
Do y'all think it's a such thing as bitter baby daddies? I know the topic is
Hell
I was just
Hell
shadowing because I done
yeah.
seen
Hell
some situations now where I'm like,
It's
okay,
a lot, man.
he
What?
just in his feelings at this point. Ain't even about the kids. I think I done ran across more bitter baby daddies
It's more
than baby
bitter
mamas.
baby daddies.
Yeah, like childish niggas where it's like you ain't really know.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I feel y'all.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
maybe 'cause
seen
you a man.
niggas. Listen, I seen niggas literally stop messing with their kids as a whole because they can't smash the mama.
Exactly, or
No
because it's a
more.
new
Yeah, I
nigga
seen
in the
that.
mama life.
Prime example, old girl who I used to smash way back in the day. You remember her baby daddy watched through the peephole, watched me doing what I do with her, popped up, knocked on the door. No, he had a key. He came in the house. They was totally broke up.
Oh, I remember.
He had a gun up in the house. So he came in, went straight to the gun. The nigga, he came back up in the room. I'm putting on my shit and I'm just like looking at him. He like, I ain't even know nothing with you, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I love this bitch. And we got kids.
He love this
together.
bitch.
I'm like, dog. I'm like, this is the lamest shit I ever seen. I'm like,
So he was watching you pound town.
yes. He stood there the
He's
whole
gay.
time because we heard the keys and shit. And I'm in my bag, so I'm not really thinking about the shit. And as soon as I finished the key turn, I'm like, dog, you need to put that gun up. He like, I'm just saying, bro, because you big and I ain't trying to fight with you. I said, nigga, you barged in here. I'm obviously in here having pleasure. I'm having my way. You hostile. I'm not.
At the end of the day, I would have had to call his bluff because a real nigga not finna pull no gun out and not do nothing with it.
I called this blood.
So you trying to show me something?
As
But
as
you ain't
soon
really
as
showing
I
me nothing.
said that, he put the gun up.
Yeah,
Like,
At least he was respectful and let you finish. Though I'd be more than that you didn't let me.
he
finish.
was a player for that.
Yeah, that's player.
Shout out to
he's
him.
probably taking some notes.
Because nobody want to get the nut scared out of him.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
ooh. Yeah, like,
You can't enjoy that one. That
Can't
motherfucker-
even be pleasure.
Damn, man.
Damn, I wanted
Bitch
him.
ass
She
nigga.
said her little ass asleep.
Like, dog.
Fucking loud ass kid. Look at my shit.
Come on.
Straight up, dog.
My life, that's what happens. Spending at somebody's house and shit. You hear a bump you ain't normally hear. Like, oh damn, that's the kids playing.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
A bump ain't
scare-
gonna stop me though.
Don't scare my
yeah,
nut
yeah,
back.
yeah. I gotta enjoy that.
I gotta release that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
respectful, man.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but people just need to stop being bitter, period. Like
Yeah.
it's lame. Like
Right.
co-parenting can be such a smooth transition and transaction all together. Like
It can.
communicate, be respectful,
It can.
stop being bitter. Go
Yeah.
find you a nigga. There's millions of them. You know what I'm saying? Have you a million more babies. Do whatever you need to do to make you happy, other than being a bitch to the real dads that's trying to handle that shit.
What I do feel like though is that the conversation get changed a lot, but when I got deep into the baby mama baby daddy game is when I realized why is so many dads not around. Like dads should be around, you know what I mean, for in 100%. But when you putting a nigga through the ringer, it's gonna be some that give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of 100
It's
dads,
not made. It's not made for the weak.
it's not made.
It's
for
not
the
made
weak.
for
so
the
I
weak.
can understand it because anybody can bust a nut and make a baby,
Right.
but everybody can't be present every single day like they're supposed to. It's only a select few that's gonna be able to do that. That's why you can't be battling as parents like that. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta work together because when you put people through the ringer like that, it'd be like, bro, if you ain't let him see his kid for a month, he probably turned back into a single nigga.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he
That boy
probably
pod
falling, he falling back on old behavior because you
ISO.
took the baby from him.
Set that pig Greg.
Man, for real now.
Oh, that shit up, P.
You
Hey,
gonna
So what up?
you gotta work. You got it's both sides, but as the primary parent, it's more your place to allow the other one to come in and do everything. Because when you doing that hiding and you can't get them this week because you came late last week, like shit like
Lame
that.
as fuck.
It's like, fam, it's the average nigga would have gave up 2-3 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm still here today.
Motherfucker
doing
would
the
have
same
definitely
shit.
quit 10 years ago.
I seen multiple of my own
in my
niggas
case. Yeah.
completely give up, and it'd be weird to see, but it'd be like, bro, I know what he.
If I see a nigga give up, I cannot be your nigga no
yeah,
more.
we can't be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, leave us with a final thought. It's time to get up out of here, man.
Final thought.
Before we get
Final-
out of here, can I just say shout outs to all three of y'all for having this podcast. It's good to see 3 black men doing something productive. Shout outs to you as well, Bobby Jr. I just really feel like this is really good to
Thank
be
you,
able to
sis.
watch and be a part of. I appreciate being here, and just salute to all 3 of y'all.
Thank you.
that.
Appreciate
We
it. Appreciate it.
definitely
Appreciate it.
Enjoyed you and your perspective. You know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying? We appreciate y'all for viewing, you know what I'm saying, and seeing what's up with us.
It's time to get to
Thank
that
you.
Bucks game, man.
Yeah. It's time
BT
to watch these
Awards.
Bucks. Peace
Bucks
out,
and
y'all.
5.
Bucks in 5.
Okay, Riggs.
Brothers,
Hey.
She can come anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Dope ass
woman to
guest.
give y'all perspective every time. Y'all can't have 3 men up here saying, fuck these bitches.
No, sometimes it need to be a full
I agree.
testosterone.
I agree.
Testosterone driven podcast where we just getting
Okay.
our shit on.
I ain't gonna say them, but they was doubting me at first and shit.
They
They
was
was
doubting
nervous. Yeah. And
I never met you, so I was like, I hope she ready for the pod for real, P.
Oh, I'm a
But
Scorpio.
he met you. I didn't know you.
Marcus
I didn't know.
Tell me
I
that.
told you I won't let y'all down.
No, the first 2 times that we met, she was silent. So I'm like,